There's nothing better than a fresh start, and for me, that starts with my space. If you love watching cleaning, organizing that is satisfying, this video is for you. Before I bring anything new in, I'm quickly going to reset my space completely. As I say in all of my videos, I've learned that when my space is chaotic, so is my mind, and that is the last thing I want right now. So as I'm decluttering, I'm also going to be letting go of all the things that I want left behind in 2025 and don't want to bring with me into 2026. Per usual, I'm going to start off with removing my bed sheets. I always feel like it's the fastest thing to do, and it makes me feel a lot more productive. And I just got brand new bed sheets, like a whole new bed set. So I'm so excited to put those on. So obviously I'm gonna do that first. Quick tip, a way I like making myself feel much more productive is putting headphones on or AirPods and listening to an audiobook. So many books that I just haven't touched in the past like 5 years since 2020, 6 years now. I finished my bed and it looks so good. I literally love the color blue so much. It matches my walls, and this blanket is separate, but it matches and it just goes so well together, and I love it, and it's so comfy, and I just love blankets and being warm. So I feel very, very, very motivated now that I got that out of the way. So I'm going to quickly make myself a nice coffee because I'm getting a little tired and need a little energy. Okay, I set up my little closet hanger I got for Christmas. I just think putting it up this way is going to be so much more convenient, especially when I'm in a rush to go to school, because then I'll just have my clothes on, and then right before I leave the door, I'll quickly throw on a little scarf and my earmuffs, and I'll be good to go. I've been meaning to do this for so long, but I finally switched out my very, very, very old alarm clock I got when I was just a kid that connects to the very old lightning charger, not the small one, the thick one that Apple phones used to have. And so I switched that alarm clock out for my sunset alarm clock lamp, and I put it on top of a few books that I don't really use, like journals that I don't use, because it matches like the vibe, I guess. And I think it looks so, so cute. So I'm definitely feeling super good about my room, and I'm going to move on to my bookshelf that I have not updated in so long. I have so many books on my bookshelf that I either already read or I don't even plan on reading at all. And I want to be a little bit more intentional with the things I have in my room. So why have stuff I've already read or I don't plan on reading in my room? You know what I mean? I have a bunch of random knickknacks. I have rocks, I have stones, I have Legos, I have trees. I have that light up sign that says Amelia's Book Nook. I just have a lot going on. So I'm just gonna take everything out first and clean off the shelves, and then I'll like reorganize and like reevaluate what I want on the shelves. Okay, I finally finished decorating my bookshelf. I got rid of 6 books, and I added 4 books. I could not hear a single thing I was saying with those headphones on, but I really like the bottom shelf, but I'm not loving the top shelf as much. I feel like the colors are just not going very well together. I get more books in like the series that I'm getting. I have the 3rd and 4th one because I found it at the thrift store for $2 each in brand new condition, which is crazy, and I've been wanting to read the series. But I just need the first 2 books still, and they're like $29 each. So I'm kind of hoping I find it at another thrift store. If not, I'll just buy it. But I'm not ready to read that series yet, so I'm not like too concerned to buy it just quite yet. So on this shelf, I have my Lego car from Fast and Furious, of course, from Suki. I have my 2 like fake plants that I'm using as book holders because before I got these books kept falling off on this like awkward edge here. And now I have a bunch of like random dented corners, which sucks, but whatever. Very like dark, like blue and pink, which are my favorite colors. And then here, it's a little chaotic. Now that I think about it, I should probably just make a book video instead of talking about it on here because this is not related to my reset at all. So if you guys would like to hear about all my readings, let me know. New game plan. I'm gonna put everything that I don't want in my room in this basket just so it's out in the hallway, not in my room. I'm not like trampling over it, and we'll see where to go from there. I've done my bookshelf, I've done my bed, I've done my nightstand, I've done my vanity, and I think for the most part all I have left is the mess under my bed, which is just yarn, and then my desk, which I've been putting off, but I really have to get to that. Okay, wait, I'm gonna quickly talk to you about all the things I'm getting rid of and why. Just so I feel a little bit justified with why I'm getting rid of these things, because I have attachment issues, but some things really have to go. I have my very old alarm clock that I just never use, that I've traded in for my sunset alarm clock that I got for Christmas like a year or 2 ago. So this is either going to storage or I'm donating it, or not quite sure yet. Okay, I am also getting rid of this humongous stack of books. These are my school books that I use, like my textbooks that I paid for. This right here is like $1,000 in my hand, but because they're from last year and last semester, I simply don't need them anymore. Like, I'm not going to read them in the middle of my new semester coming up with the new textbooks I'm gonna have to buy, so there's no point of having it take space in my room. I just realized my fan was on this whole time and it was probably really annoying, so I just turned it off. Now I have the stack of books that I'm gonna be getting rid of. I have 2 huge bookshelves downstairs in our like spare room. We call it the green room. It's not actually a green room, it's just green. But I'm probably gonna be putting these there. So I have Lady Charlotte's Lover. This was like 50 cents at the thrift store. I thought it was really pretty like 5 years ago. Didn't plan on reading it. It was just like a cute little thing to have on my bookshelf, I guess. Everything. Never planned on reading this, but it was a really, really good movie, so decided to get it. End of Days I already read in grade 10. All the Bright Places, I bought the book before I watched the movie, and then I accidentally watched the movie not knowing it was connected to the book, even though it has the same title. Just didn't really click in my brain. So I really love the movie. I watched it multiple times. I just don't think I plan on reading this anytime soon. Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. Don't know why I got this. It wasn't $20. It was like $2 at the thrift store. Again, if you're sensing a common theme here, I usually buy books at the thrift store because it's so much cheaper. Books at like Indigo are so insanely expensive. The 2 books I got for my sister for Christmas totaled $70 for 2 books, which is crazy. I was able to get 15 books at the thrift store yesterday for $29. And then last but not least, I'm giving this one to my sister. I already read it. It's The Song of Achilles, but she wants to read it next. So I'll let her have it in her room for now until she's done. I'll probably put it back in my room afterwards just because I really like this book. I have my newest crochet inventory. I have like tops I made, bags, this pencil case I made, a little mouse ballerina. This I need to finish, so I'm keeping that in my room. I have like Halloween stuff. I just don't need this in my room when I have a crochet bin of like everything I've made and all my yarn in the basement already. So might as well just put this in there until someone buys it or I want to give it away to someone. And then I also have this basket, which is all my Christmas crochet. I have penguin, reindeer, 3 reindeer, the Grinch, a candy cane, a little Christmas turtle, and then I have 2 mini snowmen and 1 huge snowman that I just haven't finished, just didn't get to it. So I'm also going to be putting this in the bin downstairs just because Christmas is over and I don't need it in my room. The next thing I've decided I'm getting rid of in my room, and it's a pretty big thing, is my keyboard, just because I keep telling myself I'm gonna relearn how to play the piano and I just never do. And I had the perfect opportunity to do so during Christmas break that I completely wasted, by the way. I'll likely bring it back up when school is done in like April, May-ish, but for now it's just taking up space and making my room look cluttered. By cluttered, this is what I mean. There's the desk, there's the keyboard, there's my trophy shelf, and there's just too much going on. So I'm just hoping that once I get rid of that, it'll open up my room a bit more and just make it feel bigger and obviously cleaner, which is what I'm trying to go for. It looks so much better, so much more open now. I love it so much more. But now I'm going to move on to my trophy shelf just because it's a little cluttered. There's like things falling around like inside. I might get rid of my like sashes, my pageant sashes, just because I'm not doing pageants this year. And I feel like it looks a little messy on my walls. This is what the trophy shelf is currently looking like. It's not too bad. I want to put that picture somewhere else. This like school portion is just a mess. I have badges that I want to display somewhere, and ooh, I want to clean that because that is dusty. As you can tell, I'm still avoiding this. And now we're gonna move on to my desk. I have accumulated so many Polaroid pictures over the years, and I yanked them all off my walls, and I'm gonna organize them into this little photo album I have that fits Polaroid pictures perfectly. I finally finished completing the entire album of Polaroid pictures, and there's like 2 more pages left, so I like just barely had enough space. When you first walk in, you see the 2 drawings I drew and all my winter things. Then my favorite bed sheets and my new nightstand setup. See you in the next one.